A seismic change to the TKO landscape. That Flex Cavana's done good, hasn't he? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has joined the TKO board of directors, and in doing so has gained full rights to his WWE name, The Rock. We're going to break down the press release from TKO right now, aren't we, Jack?
Yes, that's there. The press release says TKO Group Holdings has appointed Dwayne Johnson to its board of directors effective today. Johnson, one of the most decorated WWE superstars in company history and the most followed American man globally on social media platforms, I didn't know that, brings decades of experience in live entertainment and sports to the board.
I'm glad they added on social media platforms. Otherwise that'd be really awkward for him. The most followed man. Leave me alone. Through his expansive business portfolio, which includes 7 Bucks Productions. Do you know its name because he had only 7? Yeah. Terramana Tequila, Zoa Energy, Project Rock, and the recently combined Spring Football League, the United Football League, the UFL. Johnson has significant experience identifying and cultivating revenue, generating media rights, live events, sponsorship, licensing, and social media opportunities.
Yeah, the press release also says the appointment of Johnson reflects TKO's commitment to delivering long-term value and strong performance for shareholders through strategic growth initiatives across both UFC and WWE. They've put UFC first there. Interesting. I don't know how much to read into that, but it's just, this is a very WWE-based bit of news for TKO, and they've still put UFC first.
Could be alphabetical.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, Q, U, V, W.
Vince McMahon, executive chairman of the board, TKO, says, "Since I have a problem with the people, I have a problem with The Rock." He didn't say that. Very few people on the planet understand the convergence of sports, entertainment, media, and business like The Rock. We are proud to have him join the TKO board and help take our company to new heights.
The Rock himself came out with a statement too. He said, "My grandfather, High Chief Peter Maivia, and my dad, Rocky Soulman Johnson, would have never thought this day would come, which is why I'm very humbled to have a seat at the table that has decades of history and family legacy for me, a table that my family helped to build. Being on the TKO board of directors and taking full ownership of my name, The Rock, is not only unprecedented but incredibly inspiring as my crazy life is coming full circle."
And that's a big part of this story that we get into. The Rock now is trademarked to The Rock,
yes,
which before was a WWE name, which is why when he went to Hollywood, he was Dwayne Johnson. He tried to get DJ over for a little bit, I seem to remember, and it didn't do very well. The Rock continues. "At my core, I'm a builder who builds for and serves the people, and Ari Emanuel is building something truly game-changing. I'm very motivated to help continue to globally expand our TKO, WWE, and UFC businesses."
WWE's first, that's it.
Yeah, he's got it the other way around, just to mix it up. "As the worldwide leaders in sports and entertainment, while proudly representing so many phenomenal athletes and performers who show up every day putting in the hard work with their own 2 hands to make their dreams come true and deliver for our audiences. I've been there, I'm still there, and this is for them."
In that little bit at the end of there of The Rock's statement, Tom mentioned Ari Emanuel, who is the CEO of TKO, and he came out with a statement as well. He said, "I'm thrilled to partner with Dwayne and welcome his immense talent to TKO's board. Dwayne brings an incredible track record of creating content and building globally recognized consumer brands, and he'll play a key role in realizing our ambitions for TKO."
Now, WWE, just to go into a little bit of something that The Rock mentioned earlier on there, WWE has entered into a services and merchandising agreement with Dwayne Johnson that provides for his promotional, licensing, and other services, and an intellectual property assignment agreement pursuant to which Johnson has secured ownership of the trademark name The Rock. That's a massive part of this, I think, for Dwayne Johnson to have complete autonomy over his name and be able to license it elsewhere.
Yes, absolutely. And it seems to be something that personally means a lot to him as well. I'm not naive. I'm not saying it doesn't matter in terms of business, but just as a personal thing, it also seems like that's important too.
It's a brand that he created, obviously, through WWE, and he became larger than life through it.
Yeah.
So a big part of this deal would have no doubt been, I want to own my name, The Rock, thank you.
Yes. Now, the addition of The Rock to the board as well as today's appointment of a man named Brad Keywell, as well to TKO's board of directors, increases the number of members on the board from 11 to 13. Other members include Ari Emanuel, the CEO, Mark Shapiro, Nick Khan, and others, as well as Vince McMahon as the executive chairman on the TKO board of directors.
Imagine being Brad Keywell today.
Yeah.
Starting your new job, and no one's I'm starting on the same day as The Rock.
It's going to take some of the spotlight away from you.
Finally, the Brad has come back to TKO.
Hey, Brad, that's the business, kid.
That's just how it goes sometimes.
Yeah.
The Rock, once again, jumping in there and stopping a youngster from getting their WrestleMania moment. Poor Brad Keywell.
Speaking of The Rock maybe taking the spotlight away from somebody, it's not just Brad Keywell, because Cody Rhodes. This is immediately...
Brad must finish his story.
We're reporting this pretty soon after it's broken. We got on it quite quickly, and already speculation has started on social media. What does this mean for Cody Rhodes and finishing the story and WrestleMania and everything? We obviously had The Rock coming back to make a surprise appearance on the Day 1 edition of Raw, and he made that quip, that reference to Roman Reigns saying, should The Rock sit at the head of the table?
This is what he meant.
Is this what he meant?
The head of the boardroom table.
Obviously...
Roman going, phew.
Now, obviously, people took that as a call out to Roman Reigns. There was a lot of speculation. Does this mean we're finally getting Rock Roman at WrestleMania? But also, does that mean we're not getting a Cody Roman rematch at WrestleMania from last year? Cody recently, before this news broke, was speaking to ESPN, or Mark Raimondi of ESPN. It was an interview about him being the cover star of the new 2K24 game, but he also talked a little bit about how he feels about The Rock. And whether he feels kind of being pushed out or whether he's threatened by The Rock. Now, remember, this quote from Cody came before this news broke that The Rock is now on the board of directors of WWE's parent company.
Cody said, I don't consider The Rock in my way. Wow. Maybe he is, and I'm being naive to it. Maybe he wants to get in. I don't know. But I don't consider him in my way. Again, The Rock is one of the main reasons we are here today. Nothing but respect. But also at the same time, I have to have the respect for myself to know where I would like to go.
He also says, for me to be able to get back, I've got to win in one of those two settings, the Royal Rumble or the Elimination Chamber. And that's really where my focus is at. I can't see WrestleMania 40 until I see one of those.
Away from the story that we're talking about here, like the fact that Cody drops in the Elimination Chamber in there as well, maybe suggests that he's not winning the Rumble.
Possibly.
And that's kind of a little seed that he is planting to go, well, if I don't win that, then I'm going to win that.
Yeah, all the other names that seem to be in the hat for potential men's Royal Rumble winners, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, they've all been saying, I'm going to win the Royal Rumble. Cody is the first one here, I think, to say the Rumble or Elimination Chamber, those are my two routes, which could potentially, even before he said this, obviously a lot of people have been saying, could Cody come up short again, this time in the Rumble, and then have to fight his way through a grueling Elimination Chamber match to really prove himself and get that WrestleMania title shot? Given what he said there, and obviously it is funny given the timing of it and everything, but I don't know if it means necessarily that Cody's story has to be delayed another year. I don't know if it means that he's going to be shoved aside or The Rock's going to come through and definitely 100% have this title match. There's been talk of a potential triple threat or perhaps two matches for Roman, some sort of scenario where Cody could still get that moment, get that spotlight, but it's hard to tell.
It is. It's a very unique road to WrestleMania in this. Well, it's a unique road to WrestleMania in the sense that we're still not quite sure how we're going to get there and in what state. And this adds another wrinkle to it, doesn't it? What's the lesson? What is the takeaway? Don't mess with Maui when he's on a breakaway. The Rock, the top story, our main story today, has joined the TKO board of directors and in doing so gains full rights to his WWE name. We'll have more on this breaking story at cultaholic.com.
Also, he lassoed the sun.
He did. He killed an eel. He buried its guts.
Is that a lyric?
Sprouted a tree. Now you've got coconuts.
Oh, right. Yeah.
That's the one.
What can I say?
You're welcome. Love you. Bye.